Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have all of the senior wrestlers and cheerleaders and their parents to please come to the door. Miss Salt is waving at the northeast doors at the corner of the gym. All the seniors and their parents. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oologah Mustang High School Gymnasium, where we have the Oologah Mustangs taking on the Bristow Pirates. But first, we'll get started with a special treat, and it's our senior night tonight. First up is Shapanka Brihova. She's the host daughter of Micah McCumber and Tim McCumber. She wrestles in the 165-pound weight class. And her favorite wrestling memory is her first pin in the tournament this year before Christmas. She plans to be a physical therapist and to be able to do hippotherapy. Next is Solene Koshaw. She's the host daughter of Kelly Raines and Victoria Coe. And her parents are Severine Colimania and Nicholas Koshaw. Her favorite cheer memory is cheer training because it was all new for her. And she wants to study medicine in order to become a pediatrician. Next is Madison Fisher. She's the daughter of Rick and Melissa Fisher. She's been involved in cheer for 9 years. Her favorite wrestling cheer memory is when Bryce Jackson, her sophomore year, almost landed on them, but instead slid by them and said, "Howdy." Of course, you had to be there because it was so funny, she says, and Lily knows what she's talking about. After high school, she plans to attend Friends University and cheer, as well as major in elementary education. Senior Gabe Grazier. He's the son of Josh and Jerica Grazier. He wrestles at the heavyweight weight class, and his favorite wrestling memory is last year making the state finals. After high school, he plans to attend the University of Central Oklahoma to play football on a scholarship and pursue a degree in physical therapy. Senior Riley Kistler. She's the daughter of Daniel and Vicky Kistler. She's been involved in cheer since 5th grade on and off, and her favorite cheer wrestling memory is all the away games and the wrestling matches because it was fun to have road trips with the girls. After high school, she plans to attend RSU for 2 years and then get into a radiology program somewhere else. Next is senior Zoe Sparks. She's the daughter of Adam and Nicole Sparks. She wrestles at the 107-pound weight class. Her favorite wrestling memory is finishing her last match of the Catoosa tournament with a hurt collarbone to get first place. After high school, she plans to attend Murray State College in Tishomingo, Oklahoma on a softball scholarship to continue her education and study behavioral sciences and psychology to become a criminal profiler. Peyton Wagner. She's the daughter of Darren and Brandy Wagner. She's been involved for cheer for over 15 years. Her favorite memory from high school cheer has been being able to cheer on the sidelines for her dad's team. After high school, Peyton plans to attend the University of Central Oklahoma, where she will pursue a degree in early childhood education. Isaac Zhang is the son of Dan and Tori Zhang. He wrestles the 138-pound weight class. His favorite wrestling memory is when Coach McCarthy and Coach Driver took all the wrestlers to the state, and Blake made us snow cones one night at the hotel room. His plans after high school is going to college at the University of Tulsa. Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2022 Wrestling and Cheer Seniors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Blake Salt, and this is Oologah High School Wrestling. We're in for a good one tonight. The Oologah Mustangs taking on the Bristow Pirates. We're going to have about 10 minutes here and let the Mustangs and the Pirates warm up, and then we will start our action. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a drawing down at the center of the mat. we have Mr. Dawson. He's going to draw for our winner for the Blackstone Grill. And the winner is Kevin Adams. Kevin Adams, please come to the raffle ticket table and see Miss Salt to win your prize. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The Mustangs are getting ready and warming up for their matchup against the Bristow Pirates. We'll go over a few of the technical rules of wrestling if you're new to the sport. As the team aspect, you get 3 team points. If you win the match by 1 point to a 7-point margin, you get 3 team points awarded for that. Then 4 team points are awarded as a major decision, is what it's called, when you win by 8 or more points all the way up to 14. Once you hit the 15-point threshold and you're winning by 15 points, the referee will stop the match, and that is called a technical fall. You will be awarded 5 team points for that. And, of course, the ultimate win in wrestling is to pin your opponent, and you will be awarded 6 team points if you get a pinfall in a match. Also, a forfeit rendered by either team will result in 16 points for the opposite team. It's the same as a pinfall, so it's important that we can fill all the weight slots. As a Mustang team, we should be able to fill all of them by 195 and 220 pounds. The Pirates have a few holes in their roster, but they may be able to move some people around and fill them. It'll be an interesting night. Should be a great matchup. And we got 9.5 minutes on the warm-up clock left and rolling. And after that, we'll get our matchup started with our 106-pound match. It'll be started off with Zoe Sparks and Dax Davis for the Bristow Pirates. Zoe Sparks is a senior. She just got to enjoy her senior night. Got a backpack with some pretty cool items in it. Mustangs coming off a victory over the Hilldale Hornets, a big victory for them. The Bristow Pirates, I think, will prove to be a tougher team tonight, but definitely still an opportunity for the Mustangs to be victorious. If you're unable to see it on the screen, a good crowd in attendance tonight. So, of those of you watching at home, I'm sure you've turned on Channel 6 News or whichever news you watch, and you've seen the weather. Rick Fisher's here with me. He's behind the camera, but he's also got a microphone and headset on. So we're going to talk a little bit about the weather and what we think to come. What do you think, Rick? What's going to be the total precipitation fall?
I don't know. Maybe 7 inches, you think? I don't know.
If it's snow, is that what you're saying?
I think it's going to be ice first. I think we're going to get a double dose here.
I agree.
So we're going to get a first round of maybe some ice. I hope not very much because I don't want to lose my electric.
Yeah, I don't want to lose mine either, but I definitely think some ice is going to come in tonight. It's supposed to rain all night, so inclement weather. The Mustangs are actually set to go to the high school conference tournament in Inola this Friday and Saturday. I think it's going to get canceled on Friday and move to a one-day tournament on Saturday.
Right.
It's not 100% yet, but that's how it's looking by the forecasted weather.
And we've definitely, if you don't know already, no school tomorrow. They're going to take a day off out of precaution for whatever's coming, and then They're going to make a determination later tomorrow about the rest of the week and what happens there. So if you don't know already, we're going to take a snow day tomorrow so everybody can get prepared and be ready for what's coming. Yeah, and I don't know, Blake. I was watching some weather models earlier, and just depending on which model you look at, determines how much we're going to get, and they don't know for sure yet. So
I don't think they ever know. It's Oklahoma. No. It could turn out to be 70 degrees and sunny tomorrow.
It could be. I doubt it, but that would be nice.
It is Oklahoma. I know that TCC and Tulsa Tech, I'm a student in both there, and they both canceled already today. They both said they're out for sure tomorrow and possibly Thursday.
Well, and I know tomorrow was supposed to be signing today as well here in the gym, so I assume that's going to be canceled, so I don't know when that's going to get rescheduled.
And I was actually talking to Gabe Grazier. He's signing with UCO, supposed to be signing tomorrow, and I didn't realize it, but there's a lot of different rules. He said he has to sign after 8 a.m. on the February 2nd, and then has to have it faxed in and approved by February 8th at 8 o'clock. So this the weather is really affecting that. And I wonder if there's going to be some lenience and leeway if they can't get papers signed and things like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume, but
I think that's per the NCAA and their rules. So I would assume they would understand, especially in a town like this. And
well, it's going to affect a whole bunch of people because it's just not going to hit Oologah. It's going to go all the way up to the East Coast.
Yes, it is.
It's pretty much going to be the whole middle of the country to the east.
It'll be interesting to see. I think the ice is what's really going to get bad, being it's supposed to rain all night tonight into early morning, and then it's supposed to just get colder and colder until Friday. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not too bad. The Mustangs, hopefully we'll get to go compete in the conference tournament. We'll get canceled. But after that, the Mustangs, in 2 weeks, will head down to Cushing for the regional tournament. That's where it starts to really matter. You got to place top 5 in the regional to attend the state tournament, and that's a really big deal. At that point, you're top 10 in the state as far as a wrestler. So if you could say that you're a state qualifier, at that point, you're already top 10, best in the state.
Right. So tell me, Blake, what happens if next week or the end of this week, whenever it is, that if it gets canceled, do they reschedule it, or what happens?
The conference tournament could potentially get rescheduled. However, you're kind of at the end of the season, and you're coming up on, so this weekend's conference, the following weekend will be dual state, which the Mustangs, unfortunately, will not be able to participate in. Catoosa will be representing our district, and then regionals and state. So they probably won't get it made up unless it's on a Monday or a Tuesday, middle of the week. And I don't know that as far as the coaches, conference doesn't truly matter in the grand scheme of things. It's a really cool plaque and medal. You get to say you won high school conference, the Will Rogers Conference. But in the end of the day, it matters regionals, state, and dual state.
Right. So if they just can't fit it in or find a time to make it up, then they just don't do it.
They'll just cancel it and move on.
Well, it's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but I will say they've got to wrestle a lot more this year than they have last year with COVID and everything. I know. Being a part of it last year, it seemed like every time we turned around, we got canceled. I know a couple times we did wrestle on Monday and Tuesday tournaments, and those were long days and long nights, and then coming to school, and it's hard on the athletes to do stuff like that, especially in a sport like this where you're controlling your weight and it's going up and down and you're making weight 3-4 times a week. It's really hard on you as an athlete.
And one thing we might say, Blake, is if you got friends or family that don't know this stream's going on, or even if you're a fan here in Bristow that sees the stream and you want to share that with your friends or family so they can get in and see the kids if they couldn't make it over here tonight or whatever, and hit that subscribe button so we can get out more streams to you.
That's a great point.
Yeah, they're coming. So
it's a great point. Help us out with that. Subscribe, share it with everybody on Facebook, with your friends. This is a great way to get the Mustang Sports Network out and into the community. Have great community support. We have a great community surrounding Oologah Athletics. They do a great job of helping us. And thank you for all those who are sharing the link tonight. 1:55 left on the clock before this action gets started.
And I'll try to keep track. I haven't looked, but the girls and boys basketball team are at J tonight, and we didn't go over there because of senior night, so we're streamed senior night for the wrestlers. So I'll try to keep tabs on the score so we can report on that.
Perfect. That's awesome.
We're getting ready. We got 1 minute left.
Coach McCarthy talking it over with the wrestlers. He's telling them some strategies and some tactics that he really wants. I know one thing I overheard talking about in just the junior high duel is if we don't give up pins, you got a lot bigger chance and better chance to go and win the duel, and that's crucial to not give up those 6-point swings, just to be able to fight it out and even just give up 3 points for your team. Sometimes that's a win in a match. So he's telling them just to fight hard. The longer it goes, the better they are. And so we're going to have captains come out. They're going to do a coin flip. This will be to choose who gets choice in odd and even matches for their first and second period. The Mustangs will be green tonight, and the Bristow Pirates will be red. We're green because we are the home team. See Gabe Grazier in the cowboy hat and Isaac Zhang, little guy, 138-pounder. Those were our two captains. A couple of our seniors. And we're getting set for Zoe Sparks and Dax Davis at the 106-pound bout. Zoe Sparks last year, I believe she placed 6th in regional, so she's just one place out of going to the state tournament. And that's a really big, cool thing. They've started having a state tournament for the girls, and that's awesome. The sport's growing. It's great for the sport of wrestling in general. And Zoe Sparks is going to come out and battle for the Mustangs at the 106-pound bout.
And here we go, Blake.
2 minutes on the clock. This will be 3 2-minute periods for every match. Early shot, stuff down, and Davis will go behind. 2-point takedown should be the score. It's tough with that cross wrist on top. Zoe's going to have to get hand control. Cover hands to fight out. She's doing a good job of staying on her base. She's just got to fight off. There we go. She's got her wrist free. She's got to catch this top hand across her chin. She's got the top hand. That's important to keep on this cradle. Near the edge, 1 minute left of action in the first period. Did a good job of fighting off the cradle and probably will get a new start. Yep, they're going to go back to the middle. 53.4 seconds left in the first period. 2-0 Bristow Pirates on top of the Mustangs right now for the match score. 0-0, of course, for the team score. That's our first match of the night. Quick first move to the cross wrist by Davis. And it's a tough position to be in. That cross wrist type of ride's very controlling. A very good pinning way to set up pinning combinations, and close to giving up back points there, and in a crazy scramble position. Rolling through. She might get one.
She got out of it, didn't
and
she?
She does. Great effort by Zoe Sparks. Staying in a scramble, not giving up back points. So we'll go back to the center. We're neutral now on our feet. 21 seconds left in the first period. 2-1. Sparks being a lot more aggressive now. She's got to stay in her stance. Kind of just trying to be smart here. 2-1 coming out of the first period isn't bad. Got a stalling call on Davis. That's big in the first period.
That means he didn't.
That means he's not
just kind of hanging out.
Right,
yeah,
he's not being aggressive enough. He's just backing up. And so that's good that Zoe stayed on him and had good pressure. Looks like the Mustangs will defer, and the Pirates are going to pick neutral. So we'll start on our feet. And I didn't realize it, but I guess they gave 2 there at the end of the period. So that'll bring us 6-1 now. Sparks down by 5. Quick takedown here. Back to that cross-twist ride. Now to the cross-face. Davis has been tough on that cradle, but Sparks on it. Now Sparks gets a stalling call. She's kind of sitting on bottom. She's got to do a little bit more motion and movement. She's trying to swim the head and catch the head. Tough position to be in right here. But she gets out of it. That's good. Stay out of the cradle.
Looks like he's trying to get her in one of them chicken wings, isn't he?
Yes, I think he's trying to roll that under. See right here, she's going to try to get a cheap tilt now. Go power half. And Zoe's really got to stay tough here and not give up team points. It's big if she just gives up 3 on the team points, but we don't want to get in that major territory.
Right.
For our team. That just plays a part down the stretch. And they're all the way out of bounds, but he's going to count near fall. So he's holding 3 near fall when they come out of this. Zoe can't get pinned here on the edge of the match. She's got to know where she's at. 22 seconds left in the period. Oh, and she gives it up. So Dax Davis is going to be victorious over Zoe Sparks by pinfall, bringing us to a score. Bristow Pirates 6, Mustangs 0. Next up for the 113-pound bout will be Taz Cagle and Bo Canfield.
And tonight, Blake, we brought Brett up here. He's running the computer so I can do senior stuff and hang out and talk with you. And we brought Diesel Branchcombe with us to run the camera. So if you notice, things are a little different tonight.
We've got a lot of personnel up here. Good personnel changes. Enjoy having Mr. Fisher on the mic with me. So Taz Cagle, if you don't know, he's really weighs about 98 pounds.
Right.
And so he's outmatched to begin with. And this kid seems to be a pretty large 113-pounder. And so for Taz, a really big thing for Taz is don't get pinned. He and Coach McCarthy were talking about that before the match, and it was just don't get pinned. That was his goal, which is big for the team. It may seem like a bad goal, but it's really big for the team as far as not giving up 6 points. And Taz is in a tough spot here.
Might be in a little trouble.
He's got to try to get his left arm through. Canfield's got it propped out there, but he's got to try to get it back and through in between his body and Canfield's body.
So he can roll over on his stomach.
Yeah, so he can roll back to his stomach and start working back up from there. 1 minute left in the first period. Oh, and this is getting tighter. Taz has got to keep circling. He's doing a good job of circling and staying parallel, but when he lets Canfield get perpendicular out there, you give up a pin. So Bristow's going to rise up to 12. 12-0. That was a first period pin over Taz Cagle. Next up, 20-1, freshman Garrett Salt is going to step onto the mat with Jackson Moore, I believe. They've got a couple people at 120 pounds. It looks like it actually is Zoe Freeman. Garrett's been having a great season. He's 20-1, losing in our Fort Gibson duel just a few weeks ago, but he's looking aspirations to being a state placer. this year, hopefully even a state champ. He's got big dreams for himself, I can tell you that. And he's going to get right to work. Quick takedown and being tough on top. Chicken wing in half. Probably his favorite turn, and man, he is tough at it. Drags her over a knee, and man, he's really got a shoulder in a bind. In a rough spot. Looking for a pinfall for his team. He's going to have to settle in, settle back here. He gets 3 near fall, so we're going to be 5-0 match score. Going to be close to out of bounds. Marcus doing a good job of staying in. They get out. They're going to have a fresh start. Freeman's going to be down. Salt on top. 5-0. He goes to what they call a Tulsa ride to a chicken wing and back to the chicken wing half. And this is tight. He's going to get a stall call on Freeman. Although I will say there's not a lot she can do in that type of pinning combination. Here's a cradle attempt. He gets back points. He's got to get his right knee into the ribs. Kind of straighten his arms. He's trying. He's working around. Freeman seems to be quite flexible. She's doing a great job of keeping her shoulder up off the mat. There he goes. Gets his 3-point near fall. So 8-0. Now you're in major territory with an 8-0 lead. Interesting to see if Salt can keep that. Under 20 seconds now in the first period. Goes back to the chicken wing half. And this looks like it might be it. Salt with a pin. He's going to take the goose egg off the board. 6-0.
Nice. Needed that, didn't we?
We did. That's a big momentum swing in the duel. Next up, Davin Shondell for the Mustangs at 126 pounds versus Asa Fortney. That's what I have on my sheet. We'll see who they throw out there. I think this potentially could actually be Jackson Moore, and they're probably bumping, because Jackson Moore was a 120-pounder. Jackson was a 120-pounder, and they bumped him up to 126, I believe. They'll probably bump Asa Fortney to 132. Davin Shondell, 126-pounder for the Mustangs. Oh, and he's in a weird scramble here. He's got to get his hips up. He gives up a takedown. Now he can't give up a quick turn here. This is important to get out of this turn. A quick takedown, just over 20 seconds in the first period. He does a good job, gets one, looking for two. This is a good job by Davin. Good scramble on the edge, knowing where he's at. And they're going to take a blood time for Shondell.
Which is 5 minutes, correct?
Yes, yeah, 5 minutes of blood time. And so it looks like his nose is probably bleeding. Davin normally has kind of a problem with the nosebleeds. That happens to him a lot. So they'll get it cleaned up, get him a nose plug in there, wipe off everything that dripped on the mat, and then they'll go back to wrestling.
So if you exceed your 5 minutes, you forfeit?
Yes, if you cannot stop the blood at that period of time, then yes, you have to forfeit.
Well, let's hope he can get that fixed pretty quick.
Only sport I think that has blood time.
Right.
It's a warrior sport.
Imagine.
You see over Davin is trying to clean out that nose and get the nose plug in. Making sure there's none on Jackson Moore. Wiping his back off. There must have been a little bit on his back. They'll make sure there's none on the mat. They'll wipe it up if there is. Davin's going to strap his headgear back up. We'll be neutral with 1:29 left in the first period. Match score is 1-2. Dual score is the Mustangs 6 and Bristow Pirates 12. Davin's doing a good job of pulling these elbows in. He's got to keep them pulled in. He's got to get his legs back now. Moore on a deep shot. Does a good job with his hips, though. He's got to go behind here. He's looking to go behind, and Moore's looking to keep the leg. Here it is. He might go straight to back points. He gets the 2 points. Take down, 3-2 now, the match score. Up in the quad pod position. Does a good job of rolling through with the Granby. Gonna hold him here. He might get some points. Oh, and they're out of bounds. Go out of bounds, get a fresh start. 44.8 seconds on the clock. Shondell looks like we got another nosebleed, or maybe his nose plug fell out. So go back to the table and tend to that. But a really good job by Shondell here so far in the first period. Scrambling and wrestling very hard at a high pace. Got his one escape and 2-point near fall now.
Now that time is cumulative, right? So
yes,
it's not,
so he now has 4 minutes and 30 seconds or whatever.
It doesn't start over every time.
It does not start over. And so that's why something like this, Davin, 3, 4, 5 nosebleeds in a match, you can really run your time down, especially when it's a bad one and it keeps pouring out.
Right.
So they're going to stop the blood time there. Once you get it stopped, then they allow you to clean it up off of the blood time. They stop the time and they because that part is just a sanitary issue. You don't have a choice on that. You have to clean it up, clean it off yourself, off the mat, off the opposing wrestler. So they stop the blood time. 44.8 seconds left. 3-2 lead for the Mustang. Good first move by Moore, and good mat return to his back. Shondell's got to be careful here. Oh, good job. Hip toss off his knees to his back. Rolls through. Moore does, but now he's got a shallow leg in. He's really high off the top. It's 20 seconds left, and they're in a really awkward position. Davin is trying to not give up the reversal, and he should get some near fall here. Crazy scramble.
Wow.
Sets back with his hips, does a great job. And he'll get 3 near fall to end the period. He may end up giving a reversal or just one. Great job by Davin Shondell. Some crazy scrambling. He's going to be awarded 3 points. It brings us 6-2 entering the second period. And another blood time for Shondell. Like I said, he tends to have some trouble with that in the past, and so it's just something he has to battle.
Right.
And that also comes sometimes, when you're pulling weight, your body's low on iron and, some vitamins. You're not getting all the nutrients you need, and so stuff like this tends to happen. But I'm sure Coach Driver and Coach McCarthy will get it taken care of, and Davin will get to go back out and wrestle. So 2 minutes left on the clock, put on the clock for the second period. Again, there'll be 3 2-minute periods in a match. Shondell leading by 4. Match score is 6-2. Really great crowd in attendance tonight.
I got some news from the girls' Lady Mustangs game. Looks like it's 41-36. Oologah's trailing. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the girls' game. They were down by 18.
Oh, so they're coming back. That's awesome to hear. They're fighters. They're scrappy. I've watched them play a few times. So it looks like Shondell elected to pick down. And he's got to control this arm. He wants to kind of sit up and back. Oh, but he can't give up a cradle here. This is bad if he gets in a cradle. He's in a bad position. Got to control the arm, control the top hand around his neck, pop his head out. Can't panic in this situation. Hard not to, but you can't panic.
What does he need to do in this situation?
He's got to get his right leg straight, and he's got to control the hand around his neck. He's looking like he's going to try to get his head underneath that leg, but so he gets his arm out. Oh, can't go to his back. He didn't give up any near fall. You have to break 45-degree plane to start getting near fall, and you can see Davin gets up, blood running down his face. So with right at 58 seconds, we're going to have blood time again here in the second period for Shondell. Down 6-2. He was on the verge of getting out. If you're just tuning in, welcome, and please make sure you subscribe to our channel help the Mustang Athletics and share with all your friends out in the cyber world on Facebook and YouTube. We would greatly appreciate it and love sharing Oologah Athletics with the community. Here comes Shondell back ready to wrestle, blood all cleaned up. You see one of the Bristow mat maids out wiping up the blood on the mat. Keep it as sanitary as possible. So Shondell, he's trying to control that hand across his neck. Looks like he's got it covered. If he gets it out of the midline of his body, that's good. It's a lot less control for Moore. And he's got to get his head out here. You could probably hear the coaches saying he's got to get his head out. Head up and out, and he does. There he goes. Now
I could try to turn him over, yeah?
Yep, he'll get a 2-point reversal here. Assuming he gets behind. Yep, there's the 2-point reversal, so it's 8-2 now. And he's in a really good position to get back points. He's got to keep that leg hooked, called a Turk. And he'll try to go under the arm. Yes, just like that, and drive into him. Kind of lost the Turk, so it won't work now. But with 10 seconds left in the period, it's 8-2, and Shondell holding what looks to be on point-wise a commanding lead, but the way this match scrambles have been, it's anybody's game. Going to be stalling on green. I'm not really sure about that call. Seems like the stalling are coming really quick in this match. I mean, that was kind of both men were working, but that's all right. Davin will battle through it. And he's going to end the period on top. 8-2 is the match score. Shondell is on top. Moore, the Bristow Pirate, he's going to pick neutral. So we'll start on their feet. Shondell's got to stay in a good stance. He's kind of standing tall right now. Moore is too. They got to stay in a good stance. Both guys probably tired here in the third period. Kind of where your heart plays a part.
Is that why he would have picked neutral?
So why he probably why he picked neutral is because he doesn't think he can get out on bottom, and on top he doesn't think he can turn Davin. So his best chance to get points is to go neutral on their feet and go get a takedown.
Gotcha.
And possibly a takedown to his back. But see, Davin here's got to get his hips in, get that left leg back, and keep stuffing his head down. So he kind of got dug up. Oh, scramble position there. Good job by Davin rolling through. Kind of got in some really wonky positions. It looks like he's really trying to get his locking and cradle, and he gets 2. Here we go. We're in major territory. 10-2 lead. Up by 8 points is Davin Shondell over Bristow Pirates Jackson Moore. He's got legs in. Got to have a little bit more hip pressure. Oh, no. This is bad news. Oh, and so what happened there? You can't lock your hands around the head without an arm or a leg, so an extremity. So you can't just lock your hands around the head like a chokehold. You can't do that. So that's what happened. So Davin actually gets 1 point. Very fortunate, because Davin was on his back there. So very fortunate. Under 45 seconds now left in the match. 11-2 lead held by Shondell and the Mustangs. He's already been warned for stalling once, so he's really got to kind of look busy, is what we call it. If you're kind of wrestling smart, looking busy, you really don't have to go out of your way and try and go get those extra points and do too much, but you got to stay active that way, because the next stalling call will be 1 point for more. So it's important that Shondell secures the major. Under 15 now. It's looking like he will.
And now the major gives them 6 points?
4 points.
4 points,
14 points. Here, so that will bring us with a Davin Shondell victory, 11-2 over Jackson Moore.
And they add 4 more to that score.
Yes, so 10-12.
2 behind.
After 3 matches, it's a close duel, 10-12. Oologah Mustangs trailing the Bristow Pirates by 2. Next up is Tyler Mathis at 132 pounds, and I think this is Asa Fortney. Now, what they did, they had 2 120-pounders. So in wrestling, you can actually wrestle up 1 weight class. So Jackson Moore wrestled up at 126. Now Asa Fortney is going to wrestle up at 132. This way, they don't give up any cheap 16 points with a forfeit.
Right. Just got to fill the spot.
Yes. Oh, and that's a good hard single leg attempt by Fortney. Back in on a double. Good job of keeping his hips back and square. See Coach McCarthy trying to tell him to keep his hands moving and his level low. Controlling this wrist, it's good for Mathis. He likes to be in that tie-up. Shot by Mathis. Reshot by Fortney. Now they're back up on their feet. They circle up. Oh, and he's got a deep elbow. We might be able to finish this. Mathis got the 2. Good job driving through. Now he goes chopping over that arm, trying to get to a cross wrist. He's just got that near side bar. Looking for a chicken wing. He's going to try to punch that arm just like that, and he's got his chicken wing. He's got to keep his elbow on his own ribs and keep that tight. Driving over that near side arm is good. Getting to that cross wrist with his right hand. Now looking for a spiral in half. It's mat return time. He's got to return them within 10 seconds or else you see the stalling call given, so you have to return them back to the mat within 10 seconds or else you give up a stalling call. And so that's kind of big in a match because if you can stay on your feet there, you can really make somebody pay and rack up the stalling points. He's got a half sunk pretty deep. Fought off, though, by Fortney. Now he switches to a cradle. I don't think he has it locked up. 20 seconds left in the period. 2-0. Mathis with the lead. He's out to the right side, running the half, trying. Got to punch that right arm deep. Under 5 seconds now. And that's how the first period will end. Tyler Mathis, 2-0 over Fortney. Going to be Mathis' choice, and he picks down along with the coaching staff. He had some help. Not much of a first move by either wrestler. So still on their base. Tyler's got to find hands. He's got one. He's got to keep that hand and then come up. So he's got his left leg extended. He can kind of knee slide that out, underneath his body and stand up. He's got a lot of options. A lot of bottom wrestling, though, is not very technical. It's just the want and will to get out. Had a coach tell me one time, if I put 3 feet of water in the bottom of this gym, would you drown or would you get out? And so that's the mentality you got to have. You can't drown.
Right. Do everything you can to get out of there.
Everything you can. A lot of bottom wrestling, like I said, is not super technical. It really is just finding a way to get out. So he's got it. There he goes. He's got hand control. That's crucial to getting out on bottom. Got to get that right hand out from in between his legs. There it is on her feet. Good job. Got to get his hips away and break Fortney's lock. Gets returned, but looks like right back up to his feet, which is good. He's turning face. Oh, back mat return. Trying to dig switch here. He's got to scoot his hips around. He's in a really good position here to score a reversal.
Yeah.
He needs to switch off the 2.
Isn't he?
Yep, he's got to go behind first. He needs to go behind. He's got his 1 point, so if he goes behind here, he's going to get 2. So now he's going to get 2 more points. That was a really great exchange for Tyler. Trying to get that near side cradle. Get some back points. Here it is. He's getting he had 1 swipe. So you've got to get at least 2 swipes, and then you'll get 2 back points. And then at 5 swipes, you get 3 back points. So head in the side cradle, near side cradle, all the same. He's got to pull him. He wants to pull him back on the center. Can't lose this cradle.
Right, because then he has to go through a start over.
Oh yeah, you got to restart, and when you got a good pinning hold like this, you got to make him pay. But under 5 seconds, and we'll end the period 5-0. The Mustang on top of the Pirates. And that is exactly how we'll start the third period with Tyler Mathis on top of Fortney. 5-0 lead, 10-12 dual score. Mustang still trailing. 2-minute period ahead of us. Got a near side bar, got double bars now. Probably going to look for that half with his right arm. Looking for the chicken wing now with his left. Digs through the tail, go what we call a ball and chain. Comes out. He's got to get a mat return. Good job by Mathis. Wasting no time on their feet. Looks like he's got a power half now. He's really grinding on him. Mathis doing a good job of trying to work for that major decision. He gets a 3 count on his back, then he can get a major decision for his team, which is really big in this situation. So he's really got to try to get a turn here in any way possible that he can without putting himself at danger.
Right.
So good job keeping forward pressure. Oh, and so what happened there is Tyler had his ankle elevated and trapped with his own leg, and so you can only do that for 5 seconds in a wrestling match because you're taking that away, and it's really kind of a stalling technique.
Yeah.
And that's just Tyler's. Sometimes you don't know that rule. You don't realize that in a match. You got that trapped.
Right.
And so he gave up the stalling call, which is interesting. I think it should actually have been a point for the other team because that was his second. But if Tyler can get this turn here, this is big.
And he may, well,
I
thought he was going to pull it off.
Close. Got to keep that shoulder buried. Needs to rake him, kind of wrap him around his body and rake him over his knee. He's got to come off that ankle, or else he'll get another stalling call here. So good job driving him down. Now got to come off the ankle. 15 seconds left. Mustangs looking for a turn to get a major decision. Looks like we're just going to probably get a ride out. But a good 5-0 victory for Tyler Mathis and the Mustangs. It'll be the first lead of the night for the Oologah Mustangs, 13-12 over the Bristow Pirates.
Very nice.
Next up, 138 pounds, our senior Isaac Zhang. He's going to wrestle TJ Holt, the Pirates' 138-pounder.
Nope, I missed an update here. It looks like the Lady Mustangs hit a 3 to cut the lead to 4 when they had 16 seconds left.
All right. Good tight game there. Holt in on a shot early. Now in front headlock position. Zhang did a good job of fending off the initial shot. And a good job driving through to his back. Takedown to his back on senior night. Can Isaac Zhang pull one out?
I think he's getting close. He may get it.
Got to sit back.
And he's got it.
And Zhang on senior night puts 6 up on the board for his team.
Way to go.
19-12. Now the dual score. Big time win and pin for Isaac Zhang. Moving up to the 145-pound weight class with Chase Byam and Cameron Pritchard.
It's fun to watch Isaac wrestle.
It is. He's always exciting.
Yeah.
I got to wrestle with him for 4 years because we were actually on the same junior high team together as well. And so that was really fun. Always liked having him around.
Right.
Chase Byman on an early shot right off the whistle, and he gets 2.
There's another exciting one. Explosive.
Chase Byam was a state qualifier last year.
Oh, boy.
Great job. Picks him up and wraps him around. So he's got 2 near fall holding by the ref. He's got to release that holds, and he does. So he gets 2 near fall. 4-0 now for Byam. Looking for that Tulsa ride. That's a rough position on your shoulder and your elbow if you're the defending guy.
Right.
Got to be careful with his return. You got to control the man on the way down with the return.
Right, otherwise he's going to end up on top of you.
Yes. And potentially you can also get an illegal slam if you don't.
Right.
If you take him up and just throw him.
Right, and don't control the fall. Yeah.
Yes, you get an illegal slam. And you can actually be ejected for that. And you give up 6 points.
Right.
So in a dual setting, that's really bad. Looks like a leg half, chicken wing and a leg half. So you can't scissor the head.
Right.
So you saw his feet touch behind his head. Cannot do that. So it's 1 point for the Pirates.
Can you scissor the body, like underneath the arms?
I think you can. You cannot scissor. I think you can figure 4 the body.
Gotcha.
That or it's the other way around. I can't ever remember. So Chase will jump with a leg in. Really proficient in that position.
He is. I've seen him do that a couple times. I think he did that last week.
Yes, I'm sure that he did. Now he's going to get 1 swipe, so not enough for a near fall count. He's got to kind of jump. And reach out just like there. He got a 2 count. Good job. He's obviously looking for the pin here. So now he got 5 swipes, and he gets a pin.
Wow.
Back-to-back pins for the Mustangs.
Way to go.
Widening the lead. Mustangs 25, Pirates 12. Now we're up to the 152-pound weight class with Robert Hanneman and Chandler Fortney. Kind of a scrappy kid here for the Pirates. They've got probably one of their best on their team. Robert, pretty scrappy guy himself. I think does a lot of judo.
Yeah.
As well as wrestling, so
this should be exciting.
Potentially,
Could be.
yes. Potentially, it could be very exciting. So front headlock kind of position here. Robert's trying to go behind. Good job there by the Pirate, picking him up. Fortney in on a deep single leg now. Oh, and look at this. He's on his back.
Wow.
Hanneman's got him on his back, getting a near fall count. This is big.
Yeah. That's got to be a tough position to be in there.
This is a big time win and pin if we can get a pin here. And it's close. Oh, he's right there. There it is. He's got to lift his head there, and he's got it.
So what happened here? The guy, the Bristow man just made a mistake.
He made a mistake and got in a weird scramble. So
but he got out of it.
He got out. So we get 3-point near fall. Now a reversal of 2 points. So 5-2 now. Crazy scramble. Yeah, he tried to roll through, and Robert caught him and that leg and just got kind of in a weird, almost like an armbar scenario.
Right.
And got him trapped on his back. So now we can't return the favor by giving him 3 near fall. Got to work for an escape. Get our ankle untrapped. Does a good job, and he's sliding out. Fortney looking for the chicken wing. Robert's got to keep moving. He can't let Fortney control the forward pressure and keep just driving him forward. He's got to get his head up and his feet out just like that. He's just got to keep moving. He's close to being out. 20 seconds left now in the first period. 5-2 lead for Hanneman.
He was so close to pinning him, though.
He was right there. That would have been a huge, huge pin for the Mustangs.
And so we go to the second period.
So it will be the Pirates' choice first. They will defer. And the Mustangs will choose down. I think Robert can get out. He's just got to have continuous motion. Good first move here. Don't give up a chicken wing. We saw Fortney really digging for the chicken wing, and so he's probably pretty tough in that position. Kind of drops down to his left elbow, trying to control the hand. So he clears his ankle, but he's in a tight waist chicken wing now from Fortney. He's got to be really tough in this position. This is rough to be in. Oh, and he can't. He got to roll all the way through. Can't give up. Can't give this up. Oh, come out on top maybe. You got to keep getting his hips over. Keep rolling through. So we only give up 2 near fall there. I think you got 4 swipes. So until you get to the 5th swipe, you don't get 3 near fall.
Right.
So he's still, it's the same hold, so he is actually not awarded the 2 near fall yet.
He's close to breaking out of it, it looks like.
He is, and now he gets his 2 near fall. He looked like he was grabbing our headgear. I think Coach McCarthy wanted that call. And Robert does a good job of getting the reversal. Should be a reversal, I think. Yes, he gets
2 points.
2 points. So 7-4 now is the match score. 40 seconds left in the second period. Probably going to get a stalemate potentially here in this position.
Well, he's almost got his hand out, so
maybe not. He needs to reach over and grab this post hand. He's going to give up another. It's going to be another reversal here if he doesn't. He's got to hit down hard. And so he gives up a reversal. So now we're 7-6. 20 seconds left. Can't give up a turn here. It's crucial. Get his right arm through, and he's got him on his back. So we could get also a defensive fall here.
Right.
There we go. He's got a reversal. That's big right at the end of the period.
try to push him over.
So 9-6 headed into the third period. Should be Fortney's choice. He's going to pick down. Robert's got to do a good job of not getting reversed, or if he does get reversed, is not getting reversed to his back.
Now the difference for a major is
8 points.
8 points. Okay.
So right now, we're winning by 3.
Right.
The Mustangs would be just awarded 3 team points.
Right.
Which is still a win. I mean, it's just that you're still racking up those points, and it's good. It's good to get that long match experience.
Just the more points, the better.
Yes. So Robert looking for a chicken wing. Oh, no, and he can't. So he gets reversed. Now he just can't go to his back. Can't go to his back here. It's 9-8. So 1 point. He's kind of just got to know the score here, and he really doesn't even have to get out on bottom. He just can't get turned.
Right.
Such a crazy, exciting match. Go from, in that first period.
Right. I thought it was going to be over
then.
then, and here we are.
So 9-8, 1:30 left on the clock. This is big time for Hanneman if he can get this win. I think this kid actually beat him earlier this year at the Cleveland tournament, potentially. I think. I may be remembering wrong, but I think he did.
The exciting thing about wrestling is, though, is it could turn so like he could just flip him over and pin him.
Oh yeah,
and it could just be over.
You're
you never
exactly
know.
Right. Oh, so good job of getting out of the tight waist there. Got to stay tough. No turns. Oh no, and he gives up a 1 point. So now he's got to get out. It's all tied up at 1.
Right.
9-9, 45 seconds left in the period. Robert gets out. Oh man. The roll. He's got to clear his feet before he goes, or else, oh goodness, he's going to give up near fall. He only got 1 swipe there. He just can't give up near fall this late in the match. Can't have that happen. If nothing else, then you can go to overtime here. Here it is. He's got to get it 1. He's got his feet cleared. And Fortney does a good job of getting him back down to his belly. Got a chicken wing and now a bar on the left side. 10 seconds left. Can't be a turn just by Robert. So crucial right now.
Just try to kill time, huh?
Yeah, you're really just at this point you're trying to go to overtime.
Right.
So here's overtime rules, folks. We're going to go to overtime. It will be a 1-minute period. First score wins, whether that be a stalling point, an illegal move, a takedown, whatever it is. First point wins. It's sudden victory.
So what happens if you're still tied after the 1 minute period?
So we'll go to 2 30-second periods, and you have to wrestle both the 30-second periods, and it's just whoever has the most points at the end of those 2 30 seconds.
Gotcha.
And then after that, if you're still tied, then it goes to an ultimate ride-out situation. Oh, Robert's got it. Whoa, wow, he gave 2 really quick there, but that'll be the end of that match, 9-11. Overtime match, well-fought grinder of a match. Crazy, exciting. Hanneman had Fortney on his back.
I thought he was going to pin him then. And
just like you said, though, wrestling can turn so fast.
So fast.
So we'll have Cody Smith here for the Mustangs. Going to run out at 160 pounds and get a forfeit. So this will be another 16 points for the Mustangs, bringing us 31-15. And I think we should have another forfeit at 170 pounds. Nate Morrow, our 170-pounder, will go out and get this. That'll bring us to 37-15 team score. And that actually, folks, that will seal the duel because it's a void at 195 for both teams. So that will seal a duel. Warren Pierce out for the Mustangs and Rope Jones for the Pirates. Warren Pierce, a freshman. He attended junior high conference. When you're 9th grade, you can wrestle junior high and high school. Pretty cool feature, kind of a hybrid. And he attended junior high conference this past weekend. I think that he made it to the finals. I'm unsure if he won it or placed second. But either way, good tournament finish for him this past weekend.
Right.
Now wrestling in the high school side.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. A lot in the future for him, I believe. Good, tough kid. In on a leg. Good job. He's got to get his head out now. He can't. Got to kind of swim the body. He needs to really get his right arm through. Good job. Gets his head up, gets 2 points. It's about 40 seconds in. And Warren took that shot. Didn't waste any time. Now he's going to the bar and a half turn. Looking for a power half. Switches back off. Going to go to the ankle for the mat return and driving him flat off of his base. And Jones on his belly now. 45 seconds left in the first period. 2-0 lead by Pierce. So he's looking for a power half. He'll put one arm on the back of the head and one arm underneath the armpit and really kind of use that as a leverage point and crank him over. Got to keep him flat. That's the key to the power half. You can't really run a power half when they're up in a base like that on all fours.
Right, you got to keep him flat on their belly.
Oh, chance to suck him back.
Oh.
Got to keep his arm on his back. So this is a really compromising position.
Right. He could be in a little trouble.
For Jones. And so Pierce has a chicken wing. He's got to know where he's at on the mat. This is kind of part of being a freshman.
Right.
Not a whole lot of mat awareness. He's really got to pull him in.
Right.
So he can keep grinding on him in turn. But there's just 2 seconds left. So the referee will let him wrestle it out on the edge. 2-0 lead for Pierce over Jones. Here going into the second period, Pierce defers, and Jones chooses neutral. We'll start on our feet, 2 minutes on the clock. Pierce walking forward, being the aggressor, kind of controlling the center of the mat. Jones takes a shot. Pierce will shuck that one off. Another shot from Jones, getting his hips back and legs back, and a hip toss to his back, but Jones will roll through. So he gets another takedown. So 4-0 now, looking for a turn from Pierce. Got to keep driving him forward just like that. He's got to keep the hips down. And we're going to have blood time for Pierce.
Okay.
It looked like maybe his nose. Here at 182 pounds, though, Pierce on top, 4-0. Mustangs leading the Pirates in the duel overall, 37-15. This will be a good win for the Mustangs.
Yeah, because Bristow's a tough opponent.
They are, and they have a really good wrestling history, and they're really tough year in and year out. Their junior high was very tough, wrestled our junior high, and we have a pretty decent junior high team, and they brought it to us here in Oologah.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely wish them safe travels back tonight in the inclement weather. About an hour drive for them. Going to clean the blood off the mat.
See big Gabe Grazier over there getting warmed up.
Yes, he is. His trusty jump rope. Warren slips down to the leg to keep him down to the mat. You got to just walk up and get a half. Oh, man, he missed an opportunity. He jumps to the other side. And it was close to getting back points there. He did a good job of keeping him down. Jones had a really nice first move to his feet. Now Pierce looking for the half again. Bar and a half right now, but wouldn't be surprised to see him go power half. Got to be careful. Can't punch 2 halves at the same time. That's called a full Nelson. That's an illegal move. He'll give up 1 point if that happens. 35 seconds left in the second period. They started neutral.
I feel like he should have more points than this.
Yeah, he's been really dominant, but sometimes matches like that, it's only 4-0, but
right.
You can definitely tell Pierce has been dominant throughout this match. And it'll probably end up grinding on him and wearing him down and most likely get a turn here. Oh, nice Granby attempt from Jones. Pierce drops down an ankle. Good mat return on the edge. Great to see big guy drop down to a leg like that and get a mat return. So 7.1 seconds is what the clock says. Pierce with a chicken wing, and right at the end of the period, but man, you can see him just being relentless and grinding on Jones. It'll be Pierce's choice, I believe. Oh, no. Yes, it should be Pierce's choice, I think, the Mustangs. So I believe that Jones chose neutral. So Pierce is going to choose top. The reasoning for this is I think Coach McCarthy wants 6 more team points.
Right.
He believes that Warren can do that. Got to get a mat return. And drive through his leg. Just finish just like a normal double leg. Now he's in on kind of a high crotch situation. Needs to crack him down just like that now. Got to swim the body, get his head out. There you go. Came out the back door. Now I got to go back to work. On top, keeping him flat, looking for a power half, chicken wing maybe.
I think he's kind of wearing him down.
He is, and that's the kind of, when you've been on bottom with your head just being ground on the mat the whole match, it's tough on you. So here you go. Here we go. Warren's got a deep half now. Oh, no. Oh, reverse to his feet and then all the way to his back.
That's not good.
Jones now got a near fall and got a pin.
Wow.
Man.
That's why I said it turned so fast.
It's just an unfortunate thing there. So 21-0, or I'm sorry, 21-37, excuse me. Mustangs on top of the Pirates. I believe there should just be one more match of the evening at our heavyweight bout.
It should be a good one.
It should be. So at 195, which would have been the next weight class, that is voided by both teams, so no team points awarded for either side. Now at 220, the Mustangs are void. We'll give up 16 points, bringing us 37-27. And like I said, that is securing the duel. So no matter the outcome of this match, the Mustangs will be victorious.
We could very well see a pin here.
And looks like they're not even going to send him out. I think they knew that probably Grazier would get a pin, and they're just going to give up 16 points. So final score of the duel, Oologah Mustangs 43 over the Bristow Pirates at 27. Great victory for the Mustangs. Fun night to watch. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Mr. Fisher and Brett Wigington and Diesel, thank you guys all for all your hard work and what you've done tonight, and I enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad. Glad you got to do senior night and come spend some time with us today.
Well, thank you. Remember, share all of our live streams and subscribe to the channel. It only helps us in the Oologah athletic community out. Until next time, I'm Blake Salt. Thank you for watching.